How's it going, everyone? Javita here with a crash course on bomb mining. This is something I've actually been avoiding for a long time for no real particular reason. I just haven't really needed to go mining, and I guess I'm a little bit set in my ways as far as traditional mining. But let's get down to business. So the bare minimum of what you need to do some bomb mining is, of course, you need some bombs. You also will want some sort of persisting food. I hear loaf works okay. I would personally recommend pies. The main difference between these two bombs is they do the exact same damage, they have the same durability. It's just this has a blast radius of 4 meters and this has only a blast radius of 3 meters. However, titanium bombs are more in the 800 and change coin range, whereas diamond bombs are more in the 3,000 and change range. So diamond bombs are a fair bit more expensive. However, that extra blast radius is very nice and you'll easily make your money back no matter which one of these options you choose. So that's kind of the bare minimum equipment. As far as skills, the bare minimum you need is probably around 500 skill points or around level 30-ish. The skills you want to go after would be the item durability skills, bomb mastery, maximum power, and I personally would recommend max agility. However, you might get away with that. If you don't have enough critical strike chance, then you might end up needing, 6 or so bombs instead of 5 bombs. But we'll cover skills in more depth a bit later. So in addition to food and bombs, you'll probably also want an atlas with either the thing you're looking for, such as maybe diamonds. If you don't have what you're actually looking for, you'll need something that kind of likes the same elevation type range. So gold ore works wonderfully for rough diamonds and probably would work for rubies. Gold ore is going to be at its hottest in solid rock, which is where the diamonds are going to be. It also is in roughly the same altitude. If you're looking for something like sapphire or amethyst that likes to be up higher, then you'll want to grab something like a tech component or device. That'll help you narrow it down, or you could probably just pick any old mountain because as long as it's high enough, there'll be sapphires and amethysts there, granted not as dense as maybe diamonds. Beyond that, you'll probably just want your basic toolkit, some basic shovels, hammers, axes, as well as some sort of hammer that can break gem. So you need at least a gold hammer and up to be able to break gems. The other important thing you're going to need is you're going to need about 550 skill points. That should put you in the ballpark of around level 30, 31, somewhere around in there. And pretty much the main thing you need from skills is going to be bomb mastery and this durability bonus right here. So this right here is going to cut your durability use in half. The persisting pie is going to reduce it by another 40%. So long story short, what that's going to do for you is you're going to use only 1 durability every 10 bombs that you throw. And considering bombs only have 99 durability, this is very important because with the persisting pie and the skills maxed out, it'll allow you to throw each bag of bombs essentially 500 times. It's actually 490 something or another, but yeah, kind of splitting hairs there. So obviously that is a huge difference. If you're relying on the skills alone, you can only throw each one of these 198 times, and yeah, you really need some sort of persisting food. If you use the persisting loaves, I hear you use 1 durability every 5 bombs, which isn't bad, but considering it's only an extra 300 coins for the persisting pie, yeah, I would definitely strongly consider the pies. So the next thing to get after the item durability bonus is to come up to combat mastery and get the appropriate amount of bomb mastery that you require for your bomb. So if you're using titanium, you only need rank 3. If you're using gems, you need rank 4. The next important bits are, of course, maxed out power. This is going to make each bomb do the maximum amount of damage it possibly can. And I've also found that having max agility is fairly handy. This increases your critical strike chance, and if you don't critically strike on enough of the bombs, you might actually need a 6th bomb, which even with this setup, every once in a while you'll need 6 bombs to break blocks, which is a little bit nerve-wracking because that will leave the resources at just a tiny sliver, so there is a small chance that you might actually break the resources using that 6th bomb. So it's kind of up to you if you want to let the damage reset and try again for breaking the rock with 5 bombs versus 6, or risk losing some of the resources. And once you have your power and your agility to where you want it, be sure to come over here and get this attribute bonus. This will finish off maxing out those attributes. So these lines will only take you up to 90, and this over here will give you plus 10 to all when you fill it out, for a total of 100 of an attribute. And then obviously max luck is going to help you get the maximum return from your investment. If you're mining gems without maximum luck, you're really kind of cheating yourself, because yeah, you're going to get basically 1 gem per node where you could be getting 2 to 3 gems per node. Those are kind of the bare essential skills. Obviously, you might want to come over here, pick up maybe some jumping skills, come over to exploration, and maybe pick up some inventory skills. If you don't have a very big inventory and you don't want to spend skill points to expand it, you might bring a beacon control and some sort of storage device to be able to hold some overflow. If you're trying to do this at a lower level, say 30, you won't be able to get this defeat penalty, so you might consider coming over to endurance and picking up some kinetic armor. It's fairly cheap. It's like each one of these are going to be 5 skill points, so pretty easy to pick up this, as well as some health and energy regeneration. Okay, so that's kind of the bare essentials as fast as possible. The actual act of bomb mining is kind of pick an elevation, so turn on the debugging menu, and so I'm shooting for about elevation 15. That's a pretty nice elevation for diamonds, as you can also find lots of titanium, hard coal, and other things. So build a little bit of a pilot tunnel. If you're using diamond bombs, you can do 4 deep, and that way you don't have to break any extra blocks. Or if you're doing titanium, you could do 3 deep. It's kind of personal preference. And there you go. There's some diamonds. Very nice. Hard coal. And there's kind of 2 different ways you could go about this. You could mine as you go along. Seem to be stuck in there. There we go. You could either mine the resources as you go along, or you could just focus on blasting and come back for the resources afterwards. If you do that, just make sure you're going to have enough time to blast for 30 minutes until the buff falls off, and then have enough time to actually go back and gather the resources. Let's take a look at these titanium bombs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So as you can see, it takes the same number of bombs, however it is a smaller hole. So you're going to cover less ground, but they are a lot cheaper. So it comes down to personal preference. And of course, before you do this, you'd want to eat your persisting food. I haven't eaten my persisting food just because I'm not going to do this very much. Just wanted to show off the general technique. And if you're going after something that is up high in the mountains, usually you're going to have a fairly small footprint to work with. So you can pick an elevation, blow that up and then start going down, or you could just work on just making like mine shafts of starting way up high, blasting all the way down, and then going back up and then blasting down in a different location. So that's kind of an alternate technique if you're going up and down like that. Same thing, you just build a little bit of a pilot tunnel. So for diamond, you do probably 4, titanium maybe 3, and then throw your bombs down there and voila. Okay, well I think that pretty much covers it for a crash course on bomb mining. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This is a pretty awesome way to get some really fast resources. It does take a little bit of infrastructure and levels to be able to make it work properly, but the rewards can be quite amazing, as you can see. Anyway, this was Javita. Thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more like this. And if there's anything you didn't like, please let me know down below. Also, if you like my channel and want to get cool perks, check out my Patreon page. Until next time, peace.